Hello, I'm Mike, and this is the Enthusiast experiment. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. The title is not quite clickbait, as you'll find out, but a little disconcerting nonetheless, and I wanted to share with you guys and also get any feedback from any of you that have got one of these and have put some time behind it like I have, and if you've experienced any issues. You may hear some vibrating stuff. I actually do have the PS5 on right now with Astro's Playroom, which I'll demonstrate in just a second, the issue, but what I'm experiencing actually is technically, I guess, a broken DualShock that did work when I got it. So this was the original DualSense that came with the PlayStation 5. Everything worked perfectly fine, as you guys saw in the unboxing video of the PS5. All the buttons felt great, dual sticks, triggers, everything. I did put quite a few hours behind this already, beat a few games, and was playing a game called Maneater, PS4 game on PS5 when the issue happened. And as you guys are aware, here, let me get a thing in the game here to show you. So in Astro's Playroom, there's a bunch of different ways where they use the analog triggers, and I'm just in the main room right now. I'll show a side-by-side in a second, but I picked up the gun, and it gives a little feedback when you pull the gun, which you can see here. So I'm demonstrating what still works. So this still works, and you can see it still works on this side too. Now I'm going to try and demonstrate this as best as I can. I have to turn off the controller to show you what actually happened. So you can see when you're not using, since I turned the controller off, it's going to imitate what it would be like to play like a PS4 game that's not using the adaptive triggers and just using the trigger resistance itself. So, I mean, you can already see how easy it is to push there versus like there's a little bit of a give. But I couldn't think of any other way how to show this other than like just hitting it and showing you, but you can see how, and I'll put it up to the microphone so you can hear the noise for this one. So this is L2. Everything works fine with L2. It really has a pretty stout resistance even with the controller turned off and no haptics. None of the resistance from the resistance triggers applied. Now, this side, you can really see, and let me put it up to the microphone so you can hear. This is R2. And then I'm going to switch to L2. R2. So when I was playing Maneater, if you guys are familiar with the game, every time you bite, which it's a shark game, so you're playing as a shark, so biting is everything because all you're doing is smashing things with your face. You push R2. So I was basically spamming R2 for 8 hours throughout the entire game because that's all you do when you're attacking. And I think, I can't tell because I can't take it apart like you could with a DualShock 4. At least I can't. I don't have the tools to pry it apart, and I don't want to break it because technically I guess it still works. But I think one of the screws that lead to like the permanent resistance, like the normal resistance of the button, came undone, and now there's like no resistance. But like I said, the button still does push when you push it in a game, and it does. The adaptive triggers do still work, as I showed you with Astro firing the gun. Still does work. I'll put up a screen of a side-by-side here. But yeah, I just wanted to see if you guys, other than that, it's been phenomenal. Battery life, I think, is really, really great for the amount of vibration and everything. This isn't a review video. I will have one of those coming. I just wanted to share this and see if any of the other people, I've been looking online, but I haven't seen any. But I wanted to bring it to everyone's attention and also see if there's anyone else out there that has a similar issue. So while the controller still works, especially when playing like a PS5 game that uses the adaptive triggers, that's kind of a bummer to have whatever went wrong in here. I mean, yeah, you can see how there's no movement, and then, I mean, I'm barely touching, and it pushes the button, so I don't know, maybe that's a mod some people want to do eventually to make the buttons really easy to push. But Anyways, just wanted to get your thoughts. Leave a comment down in the comments down below if you guys have picked one of these up and if you've experienced any issues with anything. They seem to be extremely durable. I am so happy with this controller though. As a mini quick review is like, I just have been blown away. So that's the only thing that's given me issues, and I've put quite a few hours behind it already. So we'll see if anything else crops up. L2's fine, just the R2. Shoulder buttons are great, all the other buttons are great, battery life is great, headphone jack is great, charging is great, but yeah, that R2, bummer. Alright, thanks guys for watching, I really do appreciate it. If you could, I'd appreciate if you liked, shared, and subscribed so that we can grow this channel together. Until we meet again, take it easy.